In this video, I'm going to show you how to get started with Visible. We're going to go from ordering all the way until activation, so you know every step that's necessary to get your phone working on this service. So let's get started. Now this video is not a review of the actual Visible wireless service itself. I will be doing an updated review in 2022, so I hope you're ready for that content within the next month or so. Now step 1. You need to see if your current phone is compatible with Visible. Now, thankfully, they have a convenient way to find out, and that is via the IMEI checker. So I will be linking this in the video description. So once you go over to here, you can choose your phone's software. So in my situation, I am going to be activating my Google Pixel 6 Pro onto Visible. So we'll go to Android, but you can essentially do the same thing with iOS. Literally almost the same process. You just select your phone model and then you go from there. But once you put in your IMEI, then you'll instantly know whether or not Visible will be compatible with your current phone. And if it's not, then you can either go out and find a phone that is compatible with the service. Essentially, any unlocked iPhone, you have a good bet that it's going to work. And then on Visible's website, under Shop, you can go to Shop All Phones. And you will see a list here of a variety of phones which you can either buy directly through Visible, but in general, if you're looking to find a phone that could be compatible with Visible, if the device that you have or are thinking about getting is unlocked and you see it here on Visible's website, then I would say you have a pretty solid bet that it will work with the service. But again, I don't want to make any guarantees, especially considering that there are so many different smartphones out there, but that's a general rule of thumb that I try to go by when choosing a phone for this network. Keep in mind that if you decide to join Visible, you can either switch in your current number or you can create a new number. So for the purpose of this video, I am actually just creating a new number because this is a new line that I will be using. But if you want to, you can certainly transfer in your current number. Step number 2, purchasing the actual service. Now at the time of me recording this video, there are 2 places where you can buy Visible from. The first place, as you can imagine, is Visible's website. The second place is from Walmart. Now, I made a video about this recently, but Walmart recently started offering a Visible SIM kit with 3 months of service included for just $60, which means that at least for the first 3 months, you will get both the SIM kit and of course the service, but that comes down to $20 per month, which is the least expensive that I've ever seen Visible offered at. Now this deal of being able to get 3 months of Visible service plus the SIM kit for $60 was so good that I decided to go that route myself. So this is from Walmart. I purchased the order on Walmart's website. I will be linking that in the video description. I will say though that it is pretty funny that the SIM kit arrived in a box this large because literally I only feel the weight of the box. So clearly there's just a SIM card in here. And I'm not sure why they couldn't have just done this in an envelope, but it is what it is, and here we go. Let's do an unboxing and see what comes included inside. And as expected, we just have this one small packet in the box, which gives us 3 months of service plus the SIM kit, and we're getting, of course, unlimited data, messages, and minutes powered by the Verizon network. Then from there, it says how to activate your SIM. So you go to visible.com/switch. And if you are switching in your old number from another carrier, then you are going to need both your PIN and account number. And then I did have to cover up a few things for privacy. However, essentially, we're getting the SIM card, and then we have the scratch off, which gives us 3 months of service. And they do mention as well that if you do want to continue the service beyond 3 months, because remember, this is a prepaid carrier, then you will have to connect either a credit card or your PayPal. So in general, that's pretty straightforward, and let's give it a try. Now for this next step, it is easier if you do this on your phone's browser. I'm just showing this on my computer because it's easier to present for the sake of this video. So I've got visible.com/switch in the URL bar. Let's go to that webpage and see what is there. Here we go. So activate Visible service. If you have purchased a SIM card from a third party or event, activate it here on a compatible phone. And you can see here we have the various steps. So step 1, create your account. So after you've received your SIM, head over to the website listed on it, which is where I'm at right now. There, you can make sure your phone is compatible and you can create your account. And then from there, you have to verify your email before starting the activation process. Then you can see step number 2, download the app and set up your number. So you have to get either the iOS or Android app based on which operating system your device has. Step 3, enter the payment method or service code. So you can pay for your service with a traditional payment method like a credit card or PayPal, or use a service code if you have one, which I do have a service code. And then finally, activate. So you click activate and you start enjoying your service. And then it says, heads up, full activation may take up to 10 minutes and you'll need to be connected to Wi-Fi and have your SIM inserted. So for this next step, I am going to check the compatibility, and then from there, if the phone's compatible, then it will allow me to enter in my info to create my Visible account. Now at the beginning of the video, I recommended just checking your phone's compatibility prior to purchasing your SIM card and plan, which I feel like makes a lot of sense. But for the sake of this process, I am going to check the compatibility one more time. And by the way, if you're curious, the IMEI typically is on the box that your phone came with. Sometimes the IMEI is actually on the back side of the device, but that's not extremely common. But another way to find the IMEI is going to your phone's dialer and then typing in *#06#. And then once you put in *#06#, the IMEI will pop up in the dialer app. So I'm going to now run through this once again and put in my IMEI. And remember, the IMEI is unique to your specific phone, so I'm not going to show that step on here. And as you can see here, my phone is indeed compatible, and it says create an account below if you have a SIM and are ready to activate it. So like I mentioned before, I was just doing this on my desktop browser for demonstration purposes. So I'm actually going to do this process again on the actual device itself, and we'll switch over to that. So now that I've entered in my info, the next step here is to verify the email that they sent to my email address. And then after that, I need to open up the app and tap activate. So we're now here in the app. I'm going to tap on activate. Then after that, it instructs me to sign in. Then after that, you need to make sure that your Wi-Fi is enabled. Then the next step is to enter in the SIM code, which is pretty self-explanatory here. This next step is where you need to decide whether or not you're porting in an existing number or if you're creating a brand new number. So like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I am creating a brand new number, but the process of bringing in your existing number is relatively straightforward. So I've now picked out my new number and it's a success. Now the service is not officially started yet because I need to either add in payment info or add in a service code. Now since I did buy those 3 months of service via Walmart, I now need to add that in. And you'll see from the packet that arrives, the service code is right there. All you need to do is peel off the sticker, take that service code, enter it in, and then submit. And then at this point, it's time to add in the SIM card. This is also fairly self-explanatory. Essentially, you just take the SIM card removal tool that's provided, locate the SIM tray on the device, insert the SIM card removal tool, the tray will pop out, add in the SIM card, shut the tray with the SIM card in it. Then from there, the device is going to activate. And then once the activation is complete, restart your phone. And now the Visible service will be working. Now before this video ends, there is one more thing that I want to show you that is very important. And this will allow you to lock in the Visible service for just $25 per month indefinitely. Now remember, at the beginning of the video, when I showed you the deal over at Walmart, that's $60 for 3 months, which is great. Now since I just activated it, I haven't had a chance to actually figure out or test if you can purchase this again to get an additional 3 months for $60. So if you can, that's really good. I will give that a try at some point. But regardless, you will want to join a party here for Party Pay. Now, Party Pay is essentially Visible's answer to a group plan, but you don't know anyone that's in this group. In fact, you don't even have to communicate with them. So I don't really know what the purpose of it is, but essentially by joining a party via Visible's Party Pay, it does bring the total cost indefinitely down from $40 per month to just $25 per month. So this is definitely something you will want to do. And the idea essentially is that if you have at least 4 people in your party, it will bring it down to $25 per month. If you have 3 people in your party, $30, 2 people in your party, $35, and then if it's just you in your party, then it is the regular cost of $40 per month. Now, if you don't know anyone that uses Visible, then don't worry, because again, you can join any party essentially, and you don't actually have to know anyone that's in the party. Visible even suggests doing this themselves. Now, I will be linking this in the video description. If you do want to learn more exactly how Party Pay works, I probably will do a dedicated video as well in the future. But essentially, you can go to their frequently asked questions section, and they really do break it down in more detail. But most importantly, there's one area here that says, how do I find existing parties to join? And actually there's a typo there. So Visible, if you're watching this video, there's a typo. Change it from how did to how do. But essentially it says here, Visible helps you find a party with community. Check our community forum or go to the subreddit called Visible Party Pay to find Party Pay links. Now I believe these Party Pay parties can actually have an indefinite amount of people in them, which is pretty cool as well. So I'm personally just going to join a big party instead of creating my own. But you can see here on the community discussion board, you can go down to savings spot and you can find referral codes, other discounts, and more importantly though, you can see that they do actually have parties here that you can join. So here's one for example, and I'm not going to recommend any specific party, so definitely do your own research on which one to join. Like I said, I don't really think it makes a difference, but essentially you can see this party has a group of 7,000 people. So the likelihood of everybody leaving that party and you just being the last person in that party, I'd imagine is pretty close to zero. So definitely browse around there and see which party you should join. And you can also go to the Visible Party Pay subreddit and find a party there to join as well. So it is pretty awesome that essentially nobody should be paying $40 per month with Visible because it is so easy to join a Party Pay party. But this concludes my video of going from the ordering process all the way to activation with Visible. In general, I think Visible offers a great service. It is very competitive and they are definitely doing things a little bit differently than other prepaid carriers out there. And as you can see here, downloads and uploads do indeed work. So that's a relief. Everything went well here. Of course, the reception that you'll get and the speeds that you'll get differ on the location that you're at. Unfortunately, here at my office, I don't actually have the best Verizon reception, but in general, in the area around me and throughout the country, Verizon does have very good coverage. So I'm definitely very happy with that, and I'm looking forward to using this as an additional line. But if you enjoyed this video, definitely give it a like. Let me know what other content you'd like to see from me regarding Visible or anything related to mobile devices and carriers. But thanks again for watching. This is Kevin here, and I will see you in the next video. Take care and have a great rest of your day.